Hi Muses, it's Carrie Caberly, your resident mythology nut. Welcome to Fated and Cursed. Today we're going to begin episode 2, which is the myth of Hades and Persephone. And go! Let's start with Hades, everyone's favorite morally gray Greek god. Who is he? Well, for starters, he is Zeus's brother. He's the dark and brooding brother. He's often depicted as, malevolent and evil and just an insidious god, which he definitely is not. I mean, he didn't even really want the underworld to begin with, but Zeus was like, Poseidon's got the sea, I'm taking the sky and pretty much everything else, so Hades, you're gonna get the underworld and you're gonna be the ruler of death. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to be. Hades isn't really well liked by the gods and goddesses. I mean, he's not even an Olympian. But there is one goddess who everybody loves, and that is the goddess of spring, Persephone. She is the embodiment of everything light and airy, springtime, and just that feeling of renewal. Persephone is the daughter of Demeter. Remember her from episode 1? She is the goddess of the grain harvest, and let's just say she's protective. She's so worried about Persephone being taken advantage of that she has a gaggle of nymphs follow Persephone around everywhere she goes. And Persephone, she's carefree. She loves to frolic in the meadow and make flowers bloom. And one day while she is in this meadow, excuse me, Maleficent wants to say hi. Say hi. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. Persephone can often be found in meadows. It is, in fact, where Hades first lays eyes on Persephone. The upper world, for some reason, who knows why, but he sees Persephone and he's hearing her sing and he's like, wow. And I'm just going to interject here that it's widely accepted that Hades just flat out kidnaps Persephone, takes her to the underworld against her will. He does go to Zeus and ask for permission, and Zeus does give permission, but yeah, it's widely accepted that she's kidnapped. I'm going to try really hard not to let my version, the one that I wrote, color my rendition of the actual myth, because, he doesn't kidnap her. She goes willingly in the version that I wrote. But anyway, so she's kidnapped and she is taken to the underworld. She's down in the underworld against her will, and time passes and she's getting distressed because she misses her mother and, she doesn't want to be there. And Hades does notice this, but he doesn't want to give her up. So he offers her a pomegranate for sustenance, because he knows whoever partakes of any kind of food in the underworld, they're bound for life, like they can't leave. And this is why he's considered morally gray. While all this is happening down in the underworld, above, in the upper world, Demeter is losing her ever-loving mind. She is searching everywhere for Persephone. She's asking everyone, and nobody's seen her. And she's pissed. And I'm sure Zeus is up there going, mistakes were made. Shit. Because Demeter is like, you know what? Yeah, no one's getting nothing. The harvest dance is canceled, and the crops are going to fail because this land is going to be barren until I get my daughter back, y'all. Okay? And they do. The crops fail. And when that happens, there's no grain for the animals to eat. And if there's no animals, there's no sacrifices to the gods. And they're all like, okay. Zeus? Do something. And this is where Hecate steps in. She is the goddess of witchcraft, liminal spaces, and she's another kind of morally gray character. She can be in different places at once. And so she suggests to Demeter, hey, I don't know where she's at, but you know who might know? Helios. He sees everything. He's gotta know. So Demeter goes to Helios and she asks him, and he's like, yeah, I didn't want to say anything, but your daughter was kidnapped. So the whole thing was, just up here, minding my business, shining like I do. And I saw. Demeter's like, okay, well, who took her? Oh, yeah, that god Hades. The one that likes to sit in the dark. Yeah, him. Did you say Hades? I don't like Hades. No one does. So while all that is happening, Hades and Persephone are forging a relationship, because when Demeter does come down and demands that Persephone is returned to her, Persephone is like, well, here's the thing. I think I might want to stay. Excuse me? No, you're my daughter, and we are going back up to Olympus. So get your stuff and let's go. As you can imagine, Persephone's torn. On the one hand, she misses her mom. She loves to frolic in the meadows, and you know, she loves being in the upper world. And she also wants her mom to like stop punishing the world. And on the other hand, you know, she kind of likes this dark and brooding vibe that she's got going on down here. And, you know, she also will be the queen of the underworld because, yeah, you know what they say. There can be no light without the dark. So they're all having this like huge family argument, right? And Persephone has had enough. She's like, look, I love you both. They're different kinds of love, but here's the compromise. Mom, I will go back up with you for 6 months out of the year and spend time with you. I can renew the world and you can, you know, make the world bountiful. I will spend time with you. And then, you know, in the winter months, after the harvest is over, I'll come back down here and be with Hades. How does that sound? Demeter's like, no, absolutely not. And Persephone's like, you know what? You don't have a choice. I am my own woman. You can't keep me under your thumb forever. That's my terms. Take it or leave it. And Hades is like, yeah, take it or leave it. Fine. And that, my friends, is the myth of Hades and Persephone. I hope you'll join me for episode 3, which will be the myth of Poseidon and Amphitrite. Bye, Muses. Thanks for watching. Light and dark in love. Light and dark. And she says, I'm hungry.